I have a mate called Billy McLeod who's a big scary jock, and he founded the brilliant Veterans in Actions charity. And what they do is described in the title of the charity, Veterans that are in action. They build and repair cars, and they take them off, not just cars, Land Rovers and God knows what, and they take them off on expeditions all over the world. They're a great bunch. Let's have a look at what they do.
My name is Billy McLeod, and I'm a Chief Operations Officer and founder of the charity Veterans in Action. Veterans in Action is an armed force charity that helps veterans and their families who have suffered the effects of war or who have found the transition to civilian life difficult, focusing on the emotional and physical well-being of those involved to help them grow as an individual or as a family. Veterans in Action projects are based on the decades-old studies of post-traumatic growth, where initially veterans can participate in tried and tested projects and enable them to grow within a team of their peers in what is now their new mission at home, helping themselves by helping others. Veterans in Action Alive Centre is the charity HQ and is ideally set in a beautiful private estate 7 miles from Andover on the Hampshire-Wiltshire border, with beautiful walks through woodlands and the scenic Hampshire countryside. This environment helps to de-stress as soon as veterans enter the estate, and veterans feel safe and relaxed in the quiet of the countryside. Veterans in Action use their own unique Alive programme, which takes a non-therapy, long-term approach to veterans' mental health, to help veterans and their families grow at their own pace through participation on the projects run at the Alive Centre, or off-site in the surrounding area, or on long-distance expeditions. Our off-road vehicles are also built off-site on a successful project called Veterans Expeditions Overland. The work is carried out at a local garage run by a REME veteran with a fantastic team that works alongside veterans, teaching them practical skills.
There you go, Veterans in Action. I knew that they were planning an expedition over to the Ukrainian border to take vital aid, and Billy knows all about that. So I went down there and give them a little advance check from what we're going to give them from this day, this Red, White and Blue Nose Day. It was £3,000 to enable them to top the tanks up and get over there. But as you see, nothing goes to plan ever.
Right, so we were in the process of building this when this all kicked off. This is going to be a gym, our new gym in there. This is another extension for the workshop. At the moment it's a mess because we get stuff everywhere. I'll show you in, Jim. All of this stuff's all been donated, like from all over the country. A lot of local stuff. What we made here, Jim, you've worked with the military for a long time, mate.
Yeah.
You know we've always got a bag. We call this a grab bag.
Yeah.
So the military always have a grab bag. What a grab bag does, all your essentials are in there.
Yeah, quick move bag.
So if the shit hits the fan, guess what? You grab your grab bag and you run with that, because that's got all your documentation in, all the stuff you need to survive. Right, so I must state in these, that's all clothes at the back there. We don't need clothes.
You're saying they don't need clothes, Billy? What?
At this present time, they don't need clothes. The simple reason is they're coming across with a lot of their stuff. There will be a point in this crisis where clothes are going to be needed, but it's not at this time. The main stuff they need is first aid, medical stuff for the hospitals and all of that. So we've got a lot here behind you there, Jim. Toothpaste, toothbrushes, personal hygiene stuff, that's always needed. Nappies, we've got a load of nappies on the load for this time, but we're now setting up for our next load and the load after.
Billy, tell us the difference between you saying that the refugees are getting a lot of aid, but the people in the Ukraine are the ones that need topping up. Is that correct?
So the biggest thing is the refugees are coming across the border. They're very quickly looked after by the aid agencies on the border. Then they're transiting on to wherever they end up. People are taking them in Germany and all over Europe. What's happening is it's the people that are left in Ukraine that are able to get the aid, that same aid. Our aim is to we've got Polish partners and Ukrainian partners working on this project with us. We get it to them, then they transfer it into the cities, so the cities are getting the aid that they need. Now that needs to happen more from other agencies. So we have to be careful in listening to what they want, which is medical aid. They are suffering, the hospitals aren't getting the aid. This hospital's still full with people, young kids that are in now the basement or under car parks. They've set up a ICU and stuff like that in car parks. They need the aid of medical stuff. Now I know that NATO are supplying lots of aid and that will get in, but it's the normal people on the street that actually need the first aid equipment for any of the injuries received from all the bombing that's happening. Most of the donations that we've had so far are from individuals. Some businesses have donated, but what we need is the big medical companies to start stepping up. I mean, I don't know if they are to the government, but we've not seen that. And we'll be able to get the stuff right into Ukraine immediately. Within a few days of being there, it'll be right in the places to go. So all the big companies like Bayer and all the other pharmaceutical companies, they need your help right now. They need you to kind of stop looking at profits and get the stuff to where it needs to be.
Billy, it's good luck, mate. I know you're going away tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Red, White and Blue Nose Day is on the 18th. We're going to get as much as we possibly can. Folks, this is how it... They're not called Veterans in Action for nothing. These are veterans and they are in action. And here's a little check from us. It's the wrong check.
It's the wrong check, mate.
But it doesn't matter. Here's a check, 50 quid from the STD clinic with the thing saying it's all cleared up now, Billy.
Thank you very much for that 3,000. I made 3,000 quid here. Thanks to all the kind of viewers on Ustream. Without your help, we can't do what we do. So get on your Red, White and Blue Day and that'll be fantastic if you can help us out even more. That £50 will go a long way.
You couldn't fucking make this up. How are they going to get to Poland? I've no fucking idea.
Picture of him. He's a celebrity.
He's a celebrity, he is.
Who's a celebrity? Well, good luck. Keep your toes warm.
Oh, there will be.
Keep low. Move fast. Brilliant. Veterans in Action, folks. Keep the money coming in. This is the second one, I believe, Billy, of many trips. These guys never give in, and they won't give in until the people of Ukraine are helped as much as we can by British veterans. Fantastic.
Here we are on our way to Poland and stuck in a traffic jam just outside Antwerp. Just roadworks, so it's going to be a long day. How long have we been gone for now? We started at, we left at 2 o'clock this morning, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. What time are we on now, UK time? It's about, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the afternoon here or something like that.
Half one here.
Half one here, so about 11:30. So we've gone about 10 hours, 9 hours, something like that. And we're not going anywhere quick. So we were hoping to get there by early tomorrow morning, but I think that's looking doubtful. Here we are, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. We just had a 24-hour drive to here. Meet with Peter and the Polish partners we got here, and we're loading this up. This one's going straight into Ukraine today. As soon as we load this up, it's off into Ukraine. So there we go, and the rest of the vehicles are here, ready to get loaded up as well. These are the guys here. You can load all the medical supplies in there, and we'll load what we want. Another vehicle to load up. There we go, there's a minibus for Trafford veterans fully loaded up. That's just going to be dropped off now into the inside. That'll go up on a different transport. They separate the medical stuff from, because they go to different places. And there's a lot of ladies stuff and nappies in there. just finished that 24-hour drive, dropped the stuff off this morning, and our Polish partners gave us a little apartment to stay in. So Duncan slept in there last night. I had the airbed in there. And Greg, I have to say, where is he? Where's Greg gone to? Hello. Greg got the bed.
You're welcome.
And then the other guys headed off to a hotel with them to head back, didn't they?
Oh, it was the most comfortable sleep I've had. With the I-8
Really? I had an airbed, it wasn't that comfortable, it was cold. It was freezing here last night, absolutely freezing. So, showers, toilets, all that, like, I mean, the Poles have been fantastic with us. Yeah, so that's us, we're heading for the border today, that's the plan. There we are with Pietra. Invited us round for breakfast this morning, eh, mate? Thanks very much. Got a lovely spread here. Looking forward to this. There you go. Heading up towards the border, aren't we?
Yeah, just wait for the lights to go green.
And we decided not to use the motorways. We'll go through all the small towns and cities in Poland. Head for the border. So we'll see where we end up. It's been a bit of a hectic few days. We didn't manage to film much because we were driving all the time. We drove for 24 hours to get to Lignesa, just over the Polish border from Germany, where we dropped the stuff off at Pietra. Then two of the vehicles headed back to the UK. They're now back in the UK. Yesterday we travelled up towards the Belarus, Polish-Ukraine border. We're about 100 miles, 140 miles away from there just now. And then we're going to head up there this morning, just have a bit of breakfast, head up there this morning, and then we're going to start heading south to try and check out all the border crossings to see what's going on. So that's our task for today. We're just here close to the border of Belarus, Ukraine and Poland. I took a little backtrack. We don't want to go any further because the border's just the end of this track here. So we'll just come down and have a look, just see if anything's happening. And then we're going to start heading south now towards a place called Chelmo. There's a border crossing there, and then we'll see what happens when we get there. So all in all, it's really good. And great tracks here. If you do any off-road driving, there's lots and lots of tracks here. Right, we're just through a town called Chelm. It's about 15 miles behind us. We're heading towards the Ukrainian border crossing here, which is just in front of me now. Actually, just take them in. Yeah. Yeah, here we are at just at border reception centre, and they've got a load of stalls set up for people to get stuff as they come through. The Polish humanitarian service behind us here, and lots of the refugees and family waiting for other family to come through. Just behind me you can see lots of people waiting just to get their loved ones through the border. It's a pretty humbling experience, I have to say. There's places for eating. I have to say it's pretty cold here as well, so it's not the best thing for them. Everything seems to be well organised. Traffic coming through from Kiev. In front of me, Kiev is about 340 miles that way, or Kiev should I say. And the town of Chelm, or city of Chelm, is 26 kilometres, or about 15 miles away down that way. Lots of people waiting here for people to come through. You can just see some refugees coming through now. We don't want to be in their faces. And you can see the humanitarian aid set up all the way along to meet people and bring people through and give them something to drink, something to eat. So it's all pretty well organised. And there's a fleet of taxis just up the road there where we're parked. and it's just ferrying people probably back into the cities. Right, we just got to the first. We went up to the border near a place called, was it Brest? We went to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, near Brest, close we could get. The border of the three countries of Belarus, Ukraine, and Poland. We didn't go too far towards the border for obvious reasons. We didn't want to get caught into anything. We did a little bit of off-road route through to a little place where we could get a view on of it, and that was alright. So we've now come south from there. We've got Chelm, which is 15 miles just up the road there, and just behind Greg there, where you've just seen is the border. It's very humbling, isn't it, Greg? It's incredibly humbling being there. There's a fleet of taxis, a lot of German taxis and our support vehicles, isn't there? Lots just picking people up and probably taking them through to Germany now, I think. So there's a lot happening. All the relief agencies are there. They seem to be well stocked with supplies, baby stuff and all that. And some of the people come across, they're probably in their 90s, like coming across and walking through the border there. That's quite really humbling to see. Like, you know, they just gave up their lives to come through because of some madman. And it actually boils my piss if I'm honest, like, to see people like this. But anyway, we're going to head for the next border post now, which is, I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name because my Polish isn't the best. My English isn't the best, but my Polish isn't that good either. So that's where we're off to now. We're near a place called Hussein. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Huysynne. Here's Poland over here, and here's Ukraine. We're about 2.5 miles from Medica, and we've just had news through that the Russians have done a missile attack about 36 miles from Medica. So I'm expecting, even if it's not busy today, Medica, it will be very, very busy in the future of people leaving Lviv. Looks like the war's getting very, very close to the Polish border now. And that's a worry for everybody here too. Waiting for America now, and there's a bit of a crisis going on there now, obviously because of what's happened at 36 miles away. So we're heading for the refugee centre now in Preseville, I think that's how you call it, and see if we can find out what's needed there, so we can pass that message back to the UK. So we're here at Breznik, and we've just been to the train station where all the refugees are coming in. I have to say it's very hard to get anywhere in to see what we can do to help, because there's such a large police presence that have cordoned everything off, and rightly so. It could be anybody just wandering in, so we get that completely. So this goes back to our original plan. We'll keep on working with Peter and see what we can do to get the stuff into Ukraine with him. Right, we've got about 8 hours. We're heading back now. We've got about 8 hours to get to
There you go. So there's the film of them back now safe from the Ukrainian border. They're great guys, brave lads. And as I said, this is more about looking after veterans than it is looking after the poor Ukrainians that are suffering. Everyone suffers in war. The first casualty of war is truth, isn't it, eh? So Billy and the boys cut straight through that. Get out there, get that aid delivered where they can deliver, and well done them. Send your donations in, folks. Text donate to 66777.
Today we have got a man who is an icon and a British legend. He's touring the country helping men with mental health. Next we meet one of my favourite people. Coming up, we find out about the life, career and success of Frank Bruno here at Face to Face. A truly hard man. It's remarkable.
I used to be hard. I'm not hard no more. I'm a putty cat.
Is it the investment of time? I mean, the thing about relationships is it can't be onerous one side.
Yeah.
You have to give 50-50.
Definitely. You've got to give and take.
Your first love really has been exercise, your
boxing.
Business and boxing, hasn't it? Could anybody ever compete with that? One of the most unbelievable things to me about your foundation is that the NHS are now coming to you.
Some people, older people that need the medication and whatever, visit the hospital, they haven't got time because they're blocked up, but there's a lot of nurses and people that know about that they can get people to come down to ours and have their injections or whatever.